Hey, this is Chad Garber, and I'm going to do part 2 of the lead guitar lesson on how to learn or how to play the solo of Stairway to Heaven. And real quick, I know I got this sound, so I got this sound to a phaser, and I know that the Led Zeppelin song Stairway to Heaven doesn't really have that, but I like it. It's just kind of it's just making my ears happy, and so I'm going to keep it that way. So don't judge me, please. Also, again, so this is going to be the Stairway to Heaven, how to play Stairway to Heaven on guitar, how to play the Stairway to Heaven solo, okay? So this is part 2. Part 2. Part 1, we learned. This week we're learning. Alright, so I gotta figure out if I can slow that down enough to teach you. Okay, so all it is it's doing the same thing as it did the first time. The first time it went. So it's doing that first part. It's going. Same exact thing. So it bends on the 8th or the 7th fret of the G string. It goes to it picks up on the 5th fret of the E string. I pick down on the 8th fret of the B string, and then I pull off into the 5th fret of the B string. Then I pick down when I hit the 7th fret of the G string and pull off to the 5th fret of the G string. Pick off, and then I end up at the 5th fret. I'm sorry, the 7th fret of the D string. So instead, okay, so then. So then I pull off on the D string of the 5th. I might have just said this, but if I didn't, on the D string, what I do is I pick down on the 7th fret of the D string, and then I pull off on the 5th fret. I might have already said that, but if I did, there you go. And this time though, instead of going to the 8th fret of the A string, you go to the 7th fret of the A string, which is what you would think it would happen since it's the pentatonic scale. So. So you hit there, and there, okay? Is that right? See, when I slow it down, I'm not sure if I'm playing right anymore. So all I'm doing there is I go from the 8th, I pick on the 8th fret. We already hit the 8th fret. We already hit the 7th fret of the D string. So then I pick up on the 5th fret of the D string, and then hammer on the 7th fret of the D string. And then I hit this 5th fret of the G string 3 times. Oddly enough. So it's like that. So that's all. So it's like real slow. And then it goes again back to the 5th fret, or the 5th fret of the high E again. So this is the whole thing again. The whole thing again, all the way up to the, hold on. So it kind of repeats itself a couple times, actually. You can bear with me, I gotta figure this out now. So it does the same exact thing up till, and it kind of goes faster, so it changes the sound of it, so it goes. Then it goes again, same exact thing. Even up to that point, it doesn't hit it 3 times that time, and then it goes. Instead of going 3 times, it goes. It picks on it. I pick on the 5th fret of the G string, and then I do a hammer on and pull off on the 7th fret and back to the G string. That's the first one. Oh, now I can't remember it. Okay, so when I go that, I go so after I get to the, I do the same run all the way up to that part again. The first time it went. Second time it's gonna go. So it goes. So again, it's the 5th fret on the G string, hammer on, pull off on the 7th fret, back to the G string, and then it goes back to the 7th fret of the D string. Then it slides up to the, or at least they do, I slide up to the 9th fret of the G string. The 9th fret of the G string, and then I hit the 8th fret of the B string, and then I just hit basically I go, so it goes 9th fret of the G string, 8th fret of the B string, 10th fret of the B string, 8th fret of the E string, 9th fret, or whatever that is, what is that, 10th fret of the E string. So it's just the box, basically. And if you have any problems with any of these parts, you can isolate those parts and work at it. You can isolate that into the. So then you go. So when you're on the 10th fret of the E string, you bend there. Bend a whole step. You bend up, then you pick down when you unbend it. I guess if you want to phrase it that way. And then you just kind of go back and forth between the 8th fret and the 10th fret on the high E strings. Then you go to the 13th, 14th, 15th fret of the high E and you bend it there. Okay, so then you bend it on the 15th, 13th, 14th, 15th, then you bend, and then you pick it on the, so you bend on the 14th, 12th, 13th, yeah, 14th or 15th, 13th, 14th, 15th, on the 15th, and then pick without bending on the 15th, and then you pick on the 13th, oh, we're on the high string right now, and then you bend on the 15th fret of the B string, so you bend on the 15th fret of the B string, then you bend on the knot, you then just straight on the 15th fret, then you pick on the 13th fret, and then you hit the 14th fret of the G string. So again, that part is just, you just practice this part all by itself. And it's hard to bend without that other string getting in the way, but that's alright. So, then you start right from there again. You start right from the 14th fret of the G string, and then you pick down on that one, and you pick up on the 13th fret of the B string. Then you go to the 15th fret and bend it. You bend it, and then all you're doing there is you're bending it. Then you're bending it, unbending it, pulling off, and then picking down on the 14th fret of the G string, and then going back to the 13th fret of the B string. This is hard to teach. Alright, I'm going to stop there. So here's the whole thing that we've learned today. Well, actually, let's say the last one. And then you hit the 15th fret, you bend it up on the high E string. And then I'll show you the rest of them tomorrow. So that's a pain to teach, and it's probably hard to follow. But anyway, so that's, one more time. Just gotta get closer. See, on the first time, okay, on the second time when you do that, you don't bend. That's the difference of it. In the first, like when you do that first little run, not the main run, but the first little run after the main run, you bend it. But on the second time you do it, you just leave the bending off and then just go straight into it, and that affects the timing and the phrasing of it. So you don't do the bend. That sounds cool. You just take that lick and use it. Alright, so that's the lesson today. Hopefully you can follow me a little bit. I know it's hard to get all those notes down, but so anyway, that's part 2. Part 3 will be tomorrow, and the part 3 is a lot easier than all these other ones. But we'll tie the whole thing together, and so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you want to see more of these videos, I'd love for you to subscribe, and then you can click on the little notification, the little bell that will send you notifications every time I get up a new video. And so that'd be awesome. Thank you so much for watching.